Welcome to the Fifth Trooper Podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Fifth Trooper Podcast. Bless you for being here on yet another day. With me, I've got Nick L, aka Grammar Police.
Peace be unto you.
Oh yes, thank you. And I got the reigning champion of some podunk tournament called Rocky Top. Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Stab cast, more like you stabbed him cast. Austin, welcome back and congratulations.
Thank you. Florida man had to make a little trip.
Florida Man was here. There used to be a good X-Wing podcast called Florida Man. So I think you got something there with that.
Those are actually my good buddies.
Oh, are they? Okay, then yeah, I used to listen to them actually when I was quite frequently.
Actually, during this podcast, I'll try to go find the OG shirt because it's got Poe Dameron sitting in an X-Wing on it.
Yeah, that was really good.
They had me on one podcast after Adepticon 2022.
Oh, nice.
Actually, one of the guys I used to be roommates with. So.
Oh, wow, damn! All right. I probably heard you. I probably heard you on. Yeah, because I used to listen to. I used to keep up with X-Wing for a while, even though I didn't play, because in my blood I still like. I want to believe that I'll come back to it someday, but I just with time with like Shatterpoint, I'm getting that built and ready to go, and that's not bad. You get a lot of money in the box for your dollar, a lot of terrain, a lot of models. You get 2 full armies. This isn't just one, so you could potentially, buy the core set and never buy a single thing else for Shatterpoint and just be done and just have it and play it and then be good with it.
You're done twice, actually.
Yeah.
2 armies.
I find it that boring, but you could. Because the whole point is to get new armies and switch them out. But like I've got so much going on, and then like Onslaught, and then all these other little miniature games I want to play. That X-Wing, my beloved. Just I won't get time to go back to it. Like our scene died after COVID. More, it was just like, anyway. I normally have a PowerPoint. I want to keep doing that, but with the disappointing but fair news, at least they said the points aren't coming, and we weren't just left hanging in limbo about like not knowing. I'll say it's they put out a sorry.jpg article about no points this week, not until after convention that's this weekend in England, I think.
Yes.
So we're hoping for hopefully next month. I know like with looming points this close, my desire to like build lists or try to invent new things to do is kind of dried up. Just because it's the new stuff's coming. So I'm going to put all my time and effort into practicing something, which may not matter. Because I've got ACO, so hopefully they happen before ACO in a reasonable time, so I could like get something together for that. Or then there's Gen Con, then Nova, then PAX, then Crucible. Oh God.
We're about to get started.
Oh boy. Started shaking wildly. But anyway, today is not about that. Today is about Austin for going down to Rocky Top and winning with an iron fist. So who ran Rocky Top, just out of curiosity?
No one.
As you can see, my older sibling that clearly has no idea how to use a flat iron. So
Yeah.
Kowalski. We
working.
were calling him the Samwise Gamgee of the Smoky Mountains all weekend because
Samwise Gamgee, that's pretty good.
We went.
I wonder if it's because I'm sharing. That's too bad.
What?
I was gonna draw a little like angry eyebrows on him or like while you're talking, but go on.
Yeah, we went out to.
Was that spite? I hear, Evan.
Go on. No, actually, Ryan is. So I joke. All joking aside, Ryan's an incredibly cool dude and a very great ambassador for the game. Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
there, an ambassador for the game. So all things I shoot at Ryan are in pure jest. He is an excellent gentleman. Oh no, that's not what I want. There we go. But go on.
Enhance.
Keep complimenting him. Enhance.
No, we went out to a cool brewery restaurant. It's like a
Oh, is that the
castle.
beer castle?
Yeah, the Schultz Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time. But he was walking around with this this pipe, and it looked, I mean, it looked like something that Gandalf and Frodo and Sam were smoking in the Shire. I mean, it was like, it looked like it was J.R.R. Tolkien's.
Okay.
Like,
Well, that's cool.
it-
I mean,
we just
I'm
kept calling
jealous.
him Gamgee of the.
I've never had to have a cigar with him yet. That's been like a he is a cigar connoisseur.
He is.
There we go.
Oh man.
You put a mustache on anything, that's funny to me. But no, he's dude. Legit. Ryan's
Honestly,
awesome.
This was like the most fun. Like I'm not like a hey, good vibes only, man. But like,
Yeah.
there were nothing but good vibes. Like,
Hey
everybody,
man, that's awesome, dude. Like,
you know, it was just like, it felt like a Legion family. In terms of like just everyone's attitude, and like, yeah, I brought Blizzard Force. I wasn't quite like I haven't gotten to practice much in the last month. End of school year has been kind of crazy. And like, I have tournaments with Worlds Invites coming up, so I'm like, I don't think points are going to be effective until, you know, this day. So like, some of those tournaments, I probably, like, you know, need to just keep the practice with it, because I just want to like get my Worlds Invite, chill out, and have like some. I have
no,
a
that's
I have a big, fun pacifist list where literally it's literally a list where I plan on like rolling no attack dice. I don't plan on killing any units. It's just like, can I win by peace? So
I mean, some
Have we
Jedi
tried
lists might do
negotiation?
it. Yeah, have you tried aggressive negotiation?
it does have Padme in it. It has Padme and R2 in it, yes. So it's, oh man.
Oh, not just one, two. You're taking two.
God, I look like a hillbilly hockey player.
Oh god. Okay, sorry. All right, this is gonna be a bit through this. Jordan, Bear Chemist, there's pictures of you in here, so beware. You will get the
Every matter of fact, I hear there's something about these little rebel cells popping up everywhere. There's some sort of rebellion forming. I don't know what all that is, but
they dare defy the Fifth Trooper Empire. They will never get it.
I don't think the stab test has the record to stand to the Fifth Trooper.
Not yet. I mean,
I mean, they're pinning
Ryan-
all their hopes on Ryan, but I don't think you can carry him enough.
Ryan did like table
Actually-
me at Worlds. To be fair.
when Ryan beat me, I was unaffiliated. So
Oh, okay, that's fair. So it doesn't count.
Okay, hey.
It doesn't count.
Yeah.
This gentleman looks nice.
So I think
He shall
we
survive.
collectively only have one loss to stab test. Like, I've
That's fair.
got
All right.
one, got three, and what? So yeah, I think we're like 5-1 on stab test. So
I'm not gonna make silly faces on people I don't know because I find that rude. But Drew seems like a very nice gentleman.
he is. He's awesome, dude.
whoa,
I say, yeah. So if you scroll down, when I walked into that convention and saw, we're like, okay, Legion stuff's over there. These things were like, it was tunnel vision. I'm like, oh my god, I have been.
These are sick.
Yeah.
I want some.
These are actually really good pieces of terrain. One, they look like Star Wars. They're identifiable.
Yeah.
Two, they block LOS in a reasonable manner. They're not like a giant box where it's like, okay, like I can't do anything. It looks like you could stand on it if you were like a bounty hunter or something. These look, they're painted. Like honestly, $100.
And I mean, I don't know how close you can zoom in, but like in the cockpits, there's frayed wires. I mean, they're.
Oh wow, damn.
So like, I think Darkfire does the 3D printing, and then he does all the like added action. He paints it, he textures it.
Okay,
Right
wow.
below there, you can see like he has a whole battle board set up that's like trenched. It's like actual trenches.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he does a lot of like homemade stuff. Drew, cool guy, awesome guy. His the link to some of his stuff's in his article. I
Oh, wow.
absolutely would have loved to have walked away because we drove with one of those ATTEs, but
Yeah.
my wife I would have been that ATTE.
Yeah, it's just
My wife
destroyed, wrecked.
So-
No, honey, this needs to go on the coffee table so people can see it.
No, I won this. I won this. This
Also,
was
I just want to say,
free.
as like an aside, I love that this is Clone Wars, especially because if you like really like dirty it up, it kind of works for both timelines.
Yeah.
Like it gives me like just the smallest little aneurysm, like when I'm playing my droids against clones, like around a down AT-AT or something.
Yeah,
Or, like there's TIE fighters everywhere. But
Yeah.
this, especially if it's like really weathered, works for both, and it soothes me.
with Fallen Order, I'm sorry, Jedi Survivor, like the timeline is kind of like opened up for that now, right? Like
Yeah.
there's B1s around, B2s, ATs, and the command ship. So it's like they could still be around.
Yeah, there's even B2s and B1s in the Mandalorian, which is like
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's cool. So sweet. So all right, let's get to the you see okay, first off, Tyler, Chad move. Bring in Dooku Asajj. I actually built something like this in our Discord. I'm like, well, I might run it. I didn't do the two Magnas. I did a bunch of Rocket B1s because I thought they might be better at dealing with Dark Troopers, but love to see it though. Yeah, I built Dooku like that. Burst barrier.
I think that is the most expensive Count Dooku possible, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. And
What's all the good stuff?
I've been saying this for a long time. I think Dooku needs to come down a little bit.
Yes.
He was like, his design space is really cool, but he just and I love him. I play him a lot, but
Yeah.
I always feel like there's something missing. Whether it's like steady, so he can like keep his points the same, give him steady on his lightning, or just give him steady.
Yeah.
So
Please
Yeah,
buff Count Dooku.
No, he got the saber.
But
It's more of like a no charge hurts.
yeah,
No charge.
I'm fine
like,
with that.
Move, swing. Like not having that sucks.
yeah.
The biggest thing I don't like for him is just his
No jump. I mean,
Uh,
kind of not a big deal
that's
anymore.
I mean, no jump is actually kind of weird because if he didn't do anything like too crazy in episode 2, but he like came out of episode 3. I just watched the prequels relatively recently. And you notice little things like he like in his introduction in episode 3, he does like a front flip off a balcony, like without like breaking his stride. It's like, all right, maybe he could jump.
Could have jump one. I feel like every Force user, you just get jump. There's a couple things that are just like auto include on you. You get force push, you get jump, you get charge. And where else you want, whatever else you can have. Those are like the gimmies for being like a cool guy. I remember Kyle from Scoundrels actually put it well. Someone said something about like removing push, and he's like, look, push is in like every movie, every show, everybody does it. And Cal Kestis has like 3 buttons on this when you're playing him to do push, pull, throw. Like it's an iconic classic Star Wars thing. It has to exist in the game. So push. But hey, would this be Double the Fall or the Sith shall rule or Master Apprentice? What'd you call this list?
I think it's called the Sith will rule or whatever that. I think it's the name of the
card.
extra card. Is what this should be.
I mean, 2 Healy with portable scanner to give them dodges. Like, that seems good.
Which I think that's what Dooku needs. Dooku needs something to like protect him more in melee.
Yeah, his with the deflect change, I just can't sit and think like I feel like everyone's pretty okay. Op Luke is suffering a little bit, but Op Luke I think is also a little more like reckless in his fighting style. Yeah. Maybe it makes sense. Like still take into the fray on him. He shouldn't be like as survivable on defense. But he's also got 7 health. He only has 6. Dooku's supposed to be one of the best duelists.
Oh yeah.
entire time period. Like, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
and the fact that like I don't know what the answer is for him. Give him a training slot so he can take into the
I
fray.
think you just blanketly say anybody who has a saber fighting style gets, when you spend the dodge to get deflect, you get surge to block and melee. If you've got a named
or
fighting
just
style,
add it onto Makashi. Like,
well,
okay,
yeah,
you're a skilled duelist. Here's a bonus to help you stay alive.
like Asajj is not Asajj, but like Ahsoka's like whole thing is like swift protector. I protect people. I don't go down easy. And she's like, a bunch of B1s can run to her melee and like punch her to death. Like it's her whole thing's like defense and not to be able to do that. I don't mind like Vader not having it. You got to take like Darkness Descends or something that kind of makes up for it, because he just beats you like a baseball bat, right? Like, it's not so much a surgical tool. Both Luke's like Commander Luke is Luke from Empire Strikes Back, so he's just young and brash. And he's just swinging it around like a baseball bat, for lack of a better term. And then Jedi Knight Luke, like, who else would he have to practice against besides Vader? Right? And like in the
he's never really
stuff,
much of a duelist. He's
in the Mandalorian stuff, they like, oh, he did this actually. Like he talked to Ahsoka actually, and it's like, well, not in the movies. In the movies, he was just like, the only other thing that would stand up to him is Darth Vader, right?
He's just got that native like force steroids, just make him kind of good at everything.
Yeah,
he's not
like
skilled. He's just like he's Superman.
When you swing the
he doesn't know kung fu, but it doesn't matter. When you just do
when
everything
you swing
better.
the Satan saber at anything that doesn't have a lightsaber, it just dies, right? Like, it just doesn't move. So like, you wouldn't really be like super defensy guy because you just mulch everything. So like, I'm fine with like, they say, hey, you got a style, you get surge to block and defense. You don't have a style, you're on your own. Because then you could add like Cal Kestis and just be like, man, it's just do the lightsaber, like.
Yeah. And you still have to manage dodge tokens. Like, it's not free surge and block. Like, you still got to manage dodge tokens. It does, because prime example, there was I think it was round 4 in time, because Tyler played Kentucky Dan on stream round 5 while I was playing Robert round 5. We were all 4-0. And then, obviously there's going to be one winner in each match. At some point, Tyler just like full health Dooku, like, okay, had some I think it was pikes that meleeed him. Or maybe they shot him in heavy cover through the protector, forced 6 saves, and then Dooku just like blanked out and literally died. Full health another. And like, it does, like, that can happen. And 240 points just. But what can also happen is like you roll 2 surges against some B1s punching you in melee, and let's say you got 4 left, and like, dang, Dooku only has access to 1 surge this whole turn. Like, he's like managing things in melee, not taking, like, you're doing everything right. Dooku just feels like the one character in the game right now that's like, God, how do I help him with like the deflect change with, he just seems like the one character right now that's like,
he's far and away. I mean, not far and away. I guess him and Op Luke are the 2 like really expensive force users that got hit by this. Yeah. And Dooku might have a little bit of an edge on that, sort of, because he is usually running aggressive tactics. That makes him even more expensive. Yeah. And Luke has a lot of dodge cards, defensive stuff. It just seems like he's so fragile for his point cost, and he probably should be, but not this much. Yeah, I'd even be fine with like giving Dooku like reliable 1.
Yeah, that's
nothing big or
like
flashy,
fine.
But
it's just a shame because he's like the best duelist. Like I said, like he's in the book Jedi Lost, best duelist. In the prequel stuff, my kazoo, and all the prequel stuff, like, he's just like the guy, you don't beat him, right? He's just undefeated, and so it just kind of stinks that he's like in the shape he's in. Hopefully, the points coming out will help him out.
Yeah.
because Asajj feels pretty good for her
She
points.
seems
Like
very good. I think
she's
I mean,
a one-trick pony. She's in there to kill you. But if you kill her first, okay, right? Like she'll
she's
mulch.
basically a cruise missile, and it's like, all right, cruise missile incoming. All right, can you intercept it and like blow it out of the air? I we'll get to it later, but one person in this article mentioned that Asajj, like, and it was a hot take, and he admits it, that Asajj may not even need push.
Okay,
And
I mean,
That's a pretty hot take.
I could see
it
like
is. It is.
I could see like first choke, and you just like kill stuff. What do we got here? Oh, double Dark Trooper. Like oh boy. But hey, look, got a tournament. No shame in the game, man. Like you want to win, you bring the best thing you got. And actually it's double dark Gav tank. So you know what, Nicholas, you brought
Nichols.
I
Good friends of him with, are you?
No, I got I used to have an old boss that was named Nicholas, like Nichols. Anyway, you brought a Gav tank. You're probably the only Gav tank there. And you know what, man?
I do think this is the best possible use of a Gav tank.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Price on there too, giving him a name for
Let David
nothing.
Grant hear that. Don't let David Grant hear that.
Oh God, I know, right?
Like have an activation Palp Vader.
Oh, dude.
How does Atlas deal with darts?
It doesn't. Like I guess like
what if Palp just died?
Yeah. But we got Moff Gideon, aggressive tactics, Darksaber, cool. One mortar. Oh, so this was the no, they didn't build was this the Battle Force? One mortar, one storm.
No, it's not Roman. It's not
okay.
Roman.
One mortar, one storm, one shore.
Yeah.
2 double darks with program loyalty, assault cannon, frag launcher, no myrtleizer. You know what? I'm taking that back. I was giving you points for taking the Gav tank. No double myrtleizer. You equal out. You're all right still. And Governor Price Gav tank kind of slaps when he can shoot. When it gets a good shot, like it's okay.
Or just giving it fire support with like Moment of Consideration is a solid card, but it's a little scripted. I think like you can kind of look across the table and see like he's setting up to fire support.
Yeah,
like in deployment or next turn, and I don't know, Gav tank just adding extra dice, like he's just using it as a delivery platform for the darks, which it's like it's also
it makes them a real issue you have to deal with real quick.
Yeah.
You know what? A lot of armor.
Yeah. Gav tank gets to play. Gav tank gets to play. That's okay. Moving on. 9th place. Oh, Stephen.
Yeah, so he's actually a Jacksonville local. So him and I play together. Not super often, but as often as we can. He's actually been doing a lot for the Jacksonville community and like organizing stuff while I'm kind of like away and not able to. And him and I actually rode up together. And he brought this to a couple locals before, and I think he's onto something with like
that's a lot of upgrade kits. That is 6 Imperial upgrade kits.
And he owns all of them.
Holy cow. Yeah, I'd look. If you brought that and some of those were DLTs, but you just said they're all T21s, fine, man. I get it. But my only concern is Tax Strike only gets like 2 units of value. But you can still hand out orders. You just don't get the steady thing. But I mean, like, what do I know? He came in 9th. You got the Biggs Award, so he's on to something, obviously.
I don't think you can. Is Tax Strike Special Forces only? And I
thought it was still just hand out, but I could be wrong.
You can give orders to troopers, but only Special Forces and
get the Tax
Strike. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was Granted, I haven't played against it much.
Yeah.
3 troopers. Never mind. Yeah, that is
3 troopers.
better.
Yep.
I was looking at his list and like he there's like he could work in a you like drop Boba's projector and then trade in the naked or not the non-recon intel stormtrooper squad and split that into 2 snipers.
Yeah.
And I think getting the 10 axe is super important. But I mean, he obviously did very well with 9. He just him and I were talking on the way back, and I was trying to get him to like try out the snipers. He's like, no, they've failed me every time. Like the snipe, like there's been times where they had 2 aims, I just needed to roll a hit and they didn't for suppression, and like I'll never play strike teams.
It's very weird how polarizing they are, right? It's either like I love them forever, my beloved sniper strike teams, or Evans.
They can't take them away from me. They're mine.
But hey, that's
until I play droids and they go away.
Turns out critical X is a hell of a keyword. Maybe 2 hell of a keywords. But that's a lot of surge to
not
crit.
the podcast though.
It is. I mean,
suckers.
And it's not like immune to attrition, but up until a certain point, like until you get these 21s out of there, you're not like you could kill 3 bodies, you could kill 4 bodies before you get to the, or actually no 3 because you don't kill the specialist. So like that squad could lose 3 minis and still punch just as hard.
Yeah, it's that pretty good.
Yeah, and it's kind of an interesting take, and like I said, I think he's on to something with it, and I like the list.
That's what I think the best play is for droids right now. It's spammy 5S's.
Yeah, what do we got?
Creates a hell of a droid.
Top 8. We got to Robert with Underworld Connections, Imperial Officer. I always think it's like bounty. I always think it's funny that like a generic officer can have Underworld Connections, and that's why you get to like bounty hunters. It's not like Lando having Underworld Connections. To me makes sense, right? He's Lando. He made some deals to get. It's just like just generic nobody's like, I know the back way to get both Bosk and IG-88 here. But Bosk Hunter,
I just saw the real truth of this list.
Yeah, this is called I don't like Dark Troopers.exe. Go run force. Bosk Hunter sees targeting scopes. Good.
Standard.
IG-88 Hunter scopes. Good. 6 storms with HH-12 and the specialist, and then 2 sniper strike teams. 11 axe.
8 units have precise and very good access to aim support. So like it's solid. And Robert acknowledges it. So one of the things I did just for I don't think I mentioned it, but I wanted player feedback. Anyone that wanted to, it wasn't like a requirement, but I was like, hey, if you guys want to submit, some feedback on your lists and everything, like I want to include it. I want, because there's gonna be things that I don't catch that, that they're like pushing for. They're like, hey, this is what makes the list work.
Yeah.
And he acknowledges it. It's not mobile. It wants to sit and shoot. It wants to recover, shoot, recover, shoot, recover.
And that hits pretty hard if it does.
Yeah, that's hard. It hit hard. In our game, I was kind of just able to leverage range in terms of like deployment. Like I was basically wanting to delay the shooting as long as possible, especially since we got hostage. So like him and I played game 5. And it was kind of like a Cherokee rematch because we both went 5-0 at Cherokee, and I just won on tiebreak. So we kind of got like Ryan dubbed this like the official Cherokee championship match here. So that was cool. We actually got to like play it out. He's playing the exact same list. I'm playing like a slightly worse version against his list than when I was at Cherokee, but like what I brought is better against like Dark Troopers. So basically we just I had a really good flop. Hemmed in popped up in the first slot. Payload was in the 3rd slot. So I'm like, all right, you want to ban hostage and bombing run? I can get hemmed in payload, and on the table we have. it was like I would have had to move my payload. Like the furthest piece terrain he could have chosen was like 4 moves away.
Oh,
And
jeez, yeah.
his like either side he put it on, I could be like, all right, go to this corner, like the opposite of this zone. And he would be lucky to get it range 2 in 6 moves. So, and like payload is still I think a risky objective overall. I bring it in Blizzard because I feel like I can look at the terrain and decide, okay, if I have to play payload, which deployment is going to help me out the most, and like I can kind of eye good paths. But I'll be
Also,
the first
you have
to
Vader, which helps.
exactly. Like there's also like the payload strategy of just, all right, well, I can't score my payload, so I'm just going to try to stop his. And Vader and bikes, like Vader can essentially move, like have it cause a 4 count swing on a payload. So like, I feel like with Vader in there, it's okay. It's not the greatest. I see KP as a good alternative, but it's like a safe option for your opponent. So yeah, basically just turn 0. He had to make the best he could out of it, and I was basically able to, like, on battle lines, just kind of control the engagement. Bosk and IG got to do their thing. That's gonna happen. So it's like, what units was I comfortable losing? And because it was hostage, I was like, all right, well, the bikes can just kind of crash and do their thing, try to get some open shots. I had to lead off with Darkness Descends though, because like I had to do the Vader thing turn 2. So
Yeah.
that was the utmost priority. But yeah, super fun.
And respect for bringing and painting 6 HH12s. And then poor, like, I'd like to know how many like pieces of armor rolled up and they just got real sad.
Oh
Like,
man.
oh, okay. Some poor guy's like, oh boy,
here's my one land speeder.
Yeah, here's my triple ATRTs. I can't wait to use them. And they just get like each 2 shot off the table. Like,
yeah, just murdered in the deployment zone. Just a pile of scrap metal.
Okay, hey, Cody. So we got Isaac, Cody, aggressive tactics, clone commander. Yep. ATRT heavy laser, comm relay. Yep. 2 barks, bark twin laser gun. Okay. RPS Boyle. Yep. 3 Z6 phase 1s and another Z6 with clone medic. Okay. That's pretty good. 10 axe.
It's just solid. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty, like, I thought about doing that whole comms relay thing with an ATRT too. Because you take the ATRT to have some like decent anti-armor punch. And poking at range 4 is okay. Like, sure, why not? And then being able to just like move the your order around to what you need it to. I'm sad there's no 5s, just so you can like hit 5s and hit something else, but I get why he didn't. He wanted 10 axe and not 9, because 5s is as much as a core unit at this point, like just slightly less. But I mean, yeah, okay.
I wonder if you could swap that medic to upgrade the Barts to RPSs.
I will say, yes, Barks slap pretty hard.
Yeah,
I think with the emergence of Cody, like I think it was Kyle on the Scoundrels that said AMG has done very good with
heroes.
With heroes, yeah, with characters. I agree. I think Cody is very well balanced. I think he's got his own feel. I honestly, like, I look at someone like Cody and I think to myself, this just I would have no complaints like losing to this list. There's nothing ridiculous.
It's solid list.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's a very honorable list. And
Joust me, coward.
Yeah, there's no real tricks here. This is
I'm gonna dad joust you. Line them up. You line up your guys your side of the board. I'll line up my guys my side of the board. We push them forward, roll dice. And I get to mow the lawn after.
Unless you do something like the crazy, like hit the 3-pip move, like just over and over and over again. I think that's the only like surprise trick you can probably do with this list.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that getting multiple shots with Cody and having like face ups on your core to like fire support on that as well. That could be nasty. Like you could just have a turn where you're like, okay, my units are gonna move up and shoot you, and like by the end of the turn, you're like, I shot you with more units than you shot me with, because your opponent's fire supporting, and somehow I lost more units by shooting you.
How does that work?
Yeah,
but no, that's cool. All right, I like it. Very
no, it's also I was talking to him. He said he's from New York, like
Oh,
upstate
really?
area. Yeah,
Okay.
because I was telling him about doing the article and everything, and I gave my Discord handle, said, hey, send me some stuff on your list, how you think it did, how you like the tournament, and I told him it was for the Fifth Trooper, and he's like, oh yeah, I love those guys. I actually live up in New York. I don't think he told me the city he lived in, but he said it was like more upstate. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
he's
I may have met Isaac. Hey, Isaac, if you're listening, you're rad. Keep it up. Love to see it. Sixth place, Cameron, Imperial Officer, just Boosk, 2 T-21 Storms, Snow, Imperial Guard, Double Darks. Okay, I'm like, where is I was like,
Just
going,
boost, huh?
yeah, I was just like going through and I'm like, where is the rest of this? Ah, there it is. This seems very okay, yeah. Double Darks, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm choosing violence today. That's a quote.
I mean, is there ever a day you play Bosk and you're not choosing violence?
Yeah, it's cool that he's been relevant since his release. Like he's kind of hung around. That's neat, and no one's ever mad when like a character's pretty good, right? Like everyone can be like, "Oh man, this guy is good," but I'm like, "Well, that's Vader. Like maybe Vader is too good, possibly. Yes, he is. Vader's too good, but it's Vader, right? Like it's
I think so the
to be
power
good.
level of Vader feels about right. It's his points toss. This is a little
Yeah,
low.
he's a little low.
Yeah, it's like the old Commander Vader problem. Like,
yeah,
it's like the old Commander Vader was kind of expensive, but he just wasn't that good.
Yeah,
like, if he could just like, people would rather like not even care that he was like 25 more points expensive than Luke. They'd rather take Luke.
Yeah,
than like Commander Luke back like way back in the original day. Like,
because you can just move around the battlefield.
Yeah, like oh, you can actually get places and do things. Okay. Like, but he feels appropriate power level. He just needs a point bump.
But okay, like Bounty Hunter Double Dark, that's pretty good.
And the Royal Guard.
Yeah, Royal Guard of that shit off. Yep,
that's
the thing.
Mechanic.
Yeah, that's
the oversight of the century.
Holy moly.
Guardian Dark Troopers with Protector.
I'm really surprised that Unconcerned just said I can't be Guardian. Like,
yeah, they hit everything else.
Yeah, they hit healing, they hit art, like, yeah, just like, hey, you just can't. I don't care. But you know what? Good job. You came in. How many people was this event?
57.
Hey, top came in 657. Pretty good. Good job. JJ. We got Yoda. Wait, which JJ is this? This is
Warkitect.
This is Warkitect? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy? Yeah, this guy's great. Hey, JJ. Thanks.
JJ and I have played about 20 games against each other since I started playing Legion. JJ is an all-around awesome dude.
I just perked right up. I'm like, oh, that guy?
I perked up looking at those full ARC troopers.
Yeah, cool.
With Echo.
Yeah.
Full Arcos with Echo. That's cool. It's a Wookiee Bowcaster Kashyyyk with Wookiee Warriors with the Shooty Wookiees with Bowcaster. Good. ARC Trooper Strike Team. Naked Clone. RPS 6. Boyle's just good. Turns out even Guardian won. Chuborka. Vector, Hunter, Recon, and then Yoda, versus Speed, Force Push, Force Barrier. Yeah, that's a really tanky list. A fellow Florida man.
Yeah,
Think-
hard. Yeah, that list
JJ
is
Maybe I'm
also-
wrong. What do you guys think about the hunter called there?
On Chewbacca?
Yeah.
It's a tech against Dark Trooper.
Yeah.
Because you've got Pierce and Impact, and you want to just you're probably guaranteeing a hit, and if they already have a wound, you might get to reroll. You got critical 1, I think, right? Because
Yeah.
he doesn't have that
Impact
full.
What he has, yeah.
So
Impact
like,
1.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, for 6 points, like, I think it's fine.
I'm just
I mean,
looking
you
at that
can't-
versus like improv and something.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but you
Or,
can't fifth, so like, what do I
Esteemed
know?
leader.
Steamed leader would be okay. But yeah, you give him fifth, so like, what do I know?
I mean, yeah, he's obviously doing pretty well.
But yeah,
Is-
it's an interesting call. Like I might have done tenacity, just to get like 6 red dice in your face. Is pretty good. Or see, they nerf his
5, I
melee.
think.
And
I think it's
Oh.
always been 4.
is it always
Yeah,
before? My brain's not.
There was there
Sometimes
was
my
something
brain
else
don't work so
JJ
good.
was
Yeah, it's 4.
doing with Chewy. There was something else JJ was doing with him too. Like I think he had a game where the arcs had to go off and like do their own secret mission or something on like a flank
Yeah.
on VAP. Because his opponent like put his VAPs out, so both arcs, like the strike team and the full team, just like scouted out a little more, and he 2-pipped Chewy instead of the arcs, and like telling Chewy to shoot twice in a turn with Hunter.
Oh,
against
okay.
him. I think he was able to kill like God, what was he playing against? It was some character, but I remember talking about it. But yeah, against Dark Troopers and like characters, it's solid.
It's pretty good. I mean, critical 1, impact 1, Pierce 1. Yeah. So I mean, so 5 red still. That's like a lightsaber. That's like a Vader lightsaber getting slacked for 5. Okay. Good job, JJ. And congratulations. This guy, Luminous Gaming, Jordan.
Another Florida man.
This God, you Florida guys just don't like.
We're
It's like-
multiplying.
You're like, yeah, alligators, just or crocodiles. Crocodiles? Or
Wait,
alligators?
is this
Alligator.
something I just noticed here? Is this accidental Highlander?
Yes, maybe not accidental, but yeah, this is a Highlander list.
Yeah, no unit is the same. No unit is the same.
Jordan is an absolute pillar of the Legion community. He's pretty good. Okay, he's pretty good. I don't know. It's like we're getting a little.
Yeah,
No,
man.
Jordan.
I
Jordan's
gotta give him credit. Florida
Oh, yeah.
Legion specifically would not be what it is.
No, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
remember
just-
days where we were struggling to get like 5 people in a room to play Legion. And
Yeah.
it was like, I don't care, I'll take the bye if I can just play 2 games. Like I'll sit here and wait. And
yeah.
every tournament, like he single-handedly has put Star Wars Legion Florida on the map. Cause like I tried to like organize, I failed at it, and Jordan is like constantly pulling, 16 to 24 for our locals.
That's awesome.
Or
Jeez. Yeah, we don't
locals,
get.
but
I'm lucky
Yeah.
if I can even make 4 where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm doing like a little tournament here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and like it just with the way it worked, I couldn't get much table space, so I'm going for just like a 4-man round robin.
Yeah.
And like for like a scheduled thing, I can pull that off with my locals, but like on a normal shop day, it's just
Yeah.
like a prearranged game and 2 people show up and play.
we get about 4 on the like Legion night now. At
Yeah.
our local. Problem is like a lot of the people are getting in pandemic hit, they sold their armies or because this is a heavy 40k area, very heavy 40k Age of Sigmar. And I get it. Like if you're gonna do one, you do the one that you can go to. Our shop is like packed to capacity every Thursday night, which is 40k. It's like standing room only with like 24 people in there. And that's with 2 shops doing it on like the same night. So I get it. But like if I drive one way from me, I can go to like a monthly event and there'll be like 12 to 16 people. If I go the other way, the same thing. But like where I live, no one will come this way. So, and I'm in the middle. So like I can go to either one, but no one wants to like make the hike here, which is fine. Our local stores are mid at best. But that's awesome, man. Good. I mean, I'm giving Jordan some
right.
flack, giving him the business, but he's a good dude. But yeah, that's
So
sick.
I have a question, Jordan. If you're listening to this, need a comment on this video on YouTube. How often did you use? I mean, I'm assuming you used it, but how good was O push on Ventress?
Yeah. I mean, did he take I Am Fear? Yeah, he gets to use it twice, at least.
So
what did he give up for that? Orbital Strike. Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. So our game on stream, round 4, I kind of jinxed us because we were going through like, all right, there's 7 3-0s to start the day. And it was like me, JJ, and him from Florida. And we're like talking and talking. And I end up jinxing us because I'm like, Jordan, we get matched up quite often. And last year at Rocky Top, him and I got matched up round 1 because we had 2 separate Florida man travel groups. And we're both 2 players. And we get matched up. And I bring that up, and then what do you know? We get paired. And but yeah, he drops Orbital Strike, and he just, I think he rolled 3, and it was just like trying to drop a bike model. And it struck me by surprise. Now I'm like, all right, well, which one is he not playing? Is he not playing Assages or CADs? And I'm like,
yeah.
And
Mind
like
games.
he has to be playing Assage's 2-pip. But like if I'm wrong and I start shooting CAD and he just craps suppression and immobilize on the Vader, like I gotta be careful. So like I was playing a little cagey with Vader early and just like doing donuts because it was breakthrough. But he actually got really posed by the terrain. He had like danger, we got danger close and it like flipped the side that he wanted. And he had to go through this like narrow pathway where he could only fit like 3 units at a time.
And that sucks.
And then his entire zone my entire deployment zone that he had to get into after that was like wide open. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna hold my Orbital Strike, until turn 6 and just hold that over your head the whole game. And he like brings that up. He's like, you SOB, you're gonna hold that over my head until turn 6 and then just kill 2 units, aren't you? I was like, I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Super fun game. He got kind of shafted by the terrain, but
it feels bad to lose like that. When you're like the terrain just doesn't work out for you. You're like, that's part of the game, right? Like you want to be red player, or blue player gets to choose if they want to be red or blue, right? Like they have the bid. So do you take the bid?
Yeah.
So every time you go to a table, you can either make sure you get the side you want or the deck you want. There's a lot like of stuff to that, but I wonder, I always want to see like 40K does like set terrain tables. I know people are really against that for Legion, but like, man, it really feels bad to bring like 2 1.4 cannons, let's say, and they just don't get to shoot the whole game. Like that sucks. Or like bring a Gav tank and that doesn't get to like shoot anything, or a weapons platform, or like, there's problems. Like there's like some things just don't get to do stuff. Like if you brought E-webs, maybe you don't get to shoot for a while and you're just walking them up. Like that kind of feels bad. I don't know what the answer is, but yeah, I feel the getting shafted because you want cool tables, but like there's something like, well, Jay used to have this great Jetta table, and it was all buildings and like city fighting, and then I brought 1.4s, not thinking about it, and I played, and they sat in the corner. There's no place they could go, so they're just like, well, here's 120 points or 140 points that just don't get to. I like might as well just taken those, just had 2 passes. I'm like, aim standby. You're gonna come over here? Nope. Okay. Hey, aim standby. Right? Like it happens. But hey, look at
I did a word here to Matt.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear this after I've made this a few times. You shot me down.
I keep telling Evan
Uh-huh.
that he should not play this
Whoa.
And then you do this. And you do it like just hurt you bloop tubes.
Does the crow taste good, Grammar? Does the crow taste good?
I
I feel
Dark
like
Saber, it's bloop tubes and Dark Sabers. This is going against everything I stand for.
man, it's like when I bought 6 Dark Troopers to bring to Black Suns to bring to Worlds. You're like, that's terrible. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. Then 6 Black Suns almost win Worlds. Like,
Hey, I wasn't alone in saying that was terrible. You played that against me once and hated life, and
yeah,
you
it
were
was like
wanting to
an
trash
8-act
it.
list, and you brought like a 12-act CIS
13.
snap, 13-act with snipers. No one brings 3 strike teams of like battles except you to put me down there like a rabid dog. I will not forget that transgression, sir. That is in my book of grudges. Grammar beat my Black Sun list. I don't like Greg's face. All right, here we go. That's a circle. But yeah, so I've built this or a version of this quite a bit. I think the
You
family
didn't build
reunion.
this.
No, like not with the bloop tubes, but I've had Rebel Officer Vigilance, 2 unkillable rebels, except I had a DLT in mine. And then 1 med bot was in there. Sabine is built pretty close. Ahsoka built, I didn't do force reflexes. I did tenacity into the fray, force push, and burst, maybe. And then I had, it was like 2 unkillables of the DLT, 2 nakeds, and some snipers, I think. But this part up here is what I like. That's the core, the bones, and then he just put the points. I wonder if the bloop tube was really like, did he make? Yeah, this is shotguns. Gave me some minimal impact for vehicles armor. It also takes a lot. Which was gives him throw 9 dice at range 2. Yeah, I guess. I just
he had so Matt and I played game 1. He actually had some quality shots, and like we were on breakthrough hemmed in supply drop. Yeah. And the first 2 pulls of the supply drop, he got both back to us. So I was like,
yeah, God. It's almost like you want to say just like GG. You're like, all right, cool, you got the unicorn.
Yeah, but I was playing Blizzard, so I was like, well, I'm already so I guess
you're the nothing in the never-ending story, and he's just clinging to light, trying to like, if only we can keep it away just a little longer.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a couple interesting trades. I think I was still trading like above where I wanted to with him, but like there were some wacky dice rolls in there. It was a really close game up until like round 4. But I had a squad of bikes going. I was like, all right, well, Sabine's like dodgeless. She's open. Like, I'll go shoot her. It was like the second to last activation because she went and like threw her bombs. He basically like used the Ahsoka 2-pip to yeet her into my like group of 4 trying to toilet bowl and like slow him down. And like my snowtroopers and everything. And his bomb turn was a little lackluster. I think it failed to kill 1 bike model because it just like rolled double blanks on the second bomb. But basically, long story short, game was like, looking interesting. It's like, all right, well, I either have to like go score in my zone with Vader and like try to kill the rest of the stuff off with the bombardment card, or like send Vader back and like do the suppression bomb thing. And I just like roll up with an aim and roll like what was it? It was like 3 or 4 hits into Sabine, and she rolled 3 blanks.
Cool.
And I was like, all right, well, now Vader goes, and like Vader killed her at the end of the turn. And like after that was like a huge swing, because then he was like, all right, well, Ahsoka's gonna go and try to like tie up your core, keep them from getting in the zone. And I was like, all right, well, suppression bomb it is. And Vader just like walked in, turn 6, killed, waited till everyone went, killed a generic officer, and like dished out a bunch of suppression. So like
they don't
it's interesting now that's like a win condition for Vader too with Master
Dude,
Like,
yeah, Like,
You just
oh
panic
man,
everything after it goes, and then like
holy
kill
crap.
the commander so he can't nominate a new one. So like,
Oh my god, it's
I
like the
love
Yep.
rich get richer. It's like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Vader as a character could probably go up like 5, maybe 10 points. I don't think they should do anything with the upgrades except maybe choke goes up a little bit, but like as a character, I think Vader just has
I can
a
see
lot of
choke
tools.
going up a bit. Light side doesn't really have. I mean, mind trick is neat.
yeah, it's
It's
not
and it's
good.
neater now, but it's no
It's
choke.
cool on Yoda, and that's about it. Like, it's the force powers are such a high competition for slots that like if you're mid, you just don't make it. Like maybe you take some cute stuff if you got like if you take push and then something else, right? But like yeah, no, that's cool. I'm glad that did well. I really wanted to see Sabine and Ahsoka do well, so that's sweet.
Yeah. He
Oh,
had
so
really good Ahsoka play, like having the two of them working together. I mean, he had a lot of good moments where like I was basically just like, all right, is he gonna leave them in an exposed position? If so, we'll start shooting them. If not, I'll just try to get some core, out of there and just thin out his activations. But
congrats, Matt Evans or Flawed Zombie. Congrats to all. All right, we got Kentucky Dan. What a name. 5-0 with oh my god. What 5-0 and then so you both went undefeated and you got
yeah,
it?
because you could only play around. I got it because my strength. So my strength of schedule, I had 3 people that were 4-1, and then 2 that were 3-2. And I think he had my strength of schedule was just really strong.
Yeah.
He way had me on kill points. I was at like 2570 or something.
Okay.
340 over 5 games. Wow.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
That's
Yeah,
like
I mean-
almost tabling everybody.
Dude. So okay, Kentucky
He left 600 points on the table if everybody matched out all of their armies the entire tournament.
Congratulations for coming in
What?
second. Maul is very good, still good, turns out.
I like this list. I mean, obviously it's nothing fancy, but
Black Suns are really good, maybe too good. Black Suns are hard to kill. They hit incredibly hard. You can't really suppress them to stop them from getting to you because they'll just keep running. Black Suns are a hell of a drug. Very, very good. And I mean, like other things in here do killing, but they're like these guys poke, right? If they get close and get some good dice pools, but these guys are just there to support your pikes, and then Maul kills guys, but the Black Suns with shotgun, like I might have done instead of prepared supplies, the scopes just to get a die roll. But again, he came in second with 5-0. What do I
and just murdered everything.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Shadow Collector's still good, folks.
Really good.
Yeah, Kentucky again, definitely brought it home with the kill points. I mean,
That's
I think
craziness.
the next closest person on kill points was at like 2,900 or 2,800 or something.
It's like,
I mean, he was just
man.
Yeah.
It's anything with Black Sun seems. Oh, go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised that like he did this. Like with you figure like one of the Dark Trooper lists would have more kill points.
Yeah,
but I guess people tech to them more.
What did he say down there? He said, scroll down. What did he say? He said some. Oh, he said it being person. He said something about he brought the Black Suns with the scatter guns to scatter some buns or something like that.
Yeah, it turns
Like,
out
I was like,
they're very good. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
He made a note in there about running the scatter gun because he didn't have the bus, and I agree with that. As from the outside looking in, I think just extending your main threat range out to 2 is pretty nice, especially in a world if darts get nerfed here in a couple of weeks. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, ultimately Black Suns end up drawing so much heat and killing so many bodies on my pipe. It's like, yeah, they're just I don't. Black Suns are concerning to me because they're just so efficient for their points. I don't know. We'll see. They're nice thing is they're like mostly confined to Shadow. I don't really see too many CIS or Empire take them. Thank God. So I guess but like it's they're very good.
Yeah, they're
I mean, I
no
took-
slouch. I mean,
No, the red melee too.
I've
like,
been
time
looking
up
at
a bunch
some
of
CIS lists with Black Suns, but
and then some nobody one. I've never heard of
yeah, we
before.
can skip this one.
Get
it
this.
was this was the people's list. It was
People's
the only
list?
one of the
Yes.
kind, the only one there, and
And it won.
Yep.
I mean,
Only
you're-
one there. How'd you come up with something so unique?
you're
you
just
know,
get these points. It was look, it takes a good pilot to make Blizzard work, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna run your bikes in too early, get them killed. Vader comes in by the time they're done. Like there is some piloting to Blizzard Force, but also it's Blizzard Force, so I wanted to cheat.
I love
Also, for the record,
let's go ahead. Go. Sorry.
I can't give you too much flack. Rocky Top last year, I brought my Adepticon list again, which was double Spider, double Magna before the nerf, and I only got to like 5th, I think. And you took the meta in 1, so you got me.
There you go. You
I didn't even make
outsweated
it
the
worth
sweat.
it to be the D-bag.
You outsweated the sweat. Oh, here we go. Let me see if we can get some. Okay, I don't know you. Yeah, here we go. All right.
So
give me
give
me a brief overview
Go
of
ahead.
your time there.
You don't want to
So,
talk about his Blizzard list tech, the slight
I mean, yeah,
variation?
go ahead. Go talk about Blizzard. That's fine. I got some work I gotta do here while you're talking about that.
So I basically just wanted to, just like grab a picture with all my opponents after we played, like regardless, win, lose, whatever. Because again, like the vibes at Rocky Top is just we're all here because we love Legion. There's some newer players, there's some experienced players. Oh my god, I can't concentrate. Oh, the teardrop tattoo.
It's your That's fair.
It's not-
All right.
No, it's the Bright Tree Village.
Oh, it's a
symbol.
Bright Tree Village symbol. Slowly.
I can tell you right now, Jordan is going to probably run Ewoks when they come
Yeah,
by.
like they're pretty
Yeah,
Ewoks.
Robert. Oh, that was the table I brought. If
You
scroll
brought these
up a little
tables
bit.
here? Oh, this.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm like, oh, you brought
No.
this beer table at this.
I brought that one. Yeah, this was at Schultzbra. What do y'all think about the arrangement of the table? I tried to make sure that there were a couple lanes, like I don't know, y'all can see if there's like the diagonal lanes in between like that big obelisk
Yeah,
and
I think
everything.
it
Like
looks good. It's got not too
Yeah.
much LOS. Too much LOS is miserable. Because
Yeah.
then nothing dies and they just hide forever. But it's got enough where like if you did a hard flank, you can still get a shot. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's solid enough for like you could land a vehicle on top, like an airspeeder.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Makes
hate
sense.
a little bit more of like some of the outer lighter side blotches being a little bit broader. There's a lot of them, so you really can't like
I guess
hide
this
like a
side
squad
has
of B1s behind.
Yeah, I guess
You
this
might
side
be
over
able to hit
here
like
is
a 4-man rebel trooper squad behind some of those, but
gonna get shot
like
at.
the crystals and stuff, like you can't.
Yeah.
I squad even like the bitter ones, maybe 2. It's hard to tell.
I think it's okay though.
I generally gravitate to denser tables, so
Yeah. But yeah, no, we hit up the brew house, right? We hit up the brew
Oh, no.
house Saturday after
Okay.
round 1. And it was all good times. Got some of the Florida guys there, Jordan and JJ. We got the Jabba's backup band guys. They're all
Okay.
from Greenville, South Carolina. So we got David Jones. Robert is kind of underneath behind him. Ryan, obviously. and then Chris Vandergriff, who did all the streaming with 82nd Legion. Man, so he gives out these custom. Oh my, Gary Potter. I'm gonna message JJ after this and tell him he needs to be watching that.
You're a wizard.
This is the best one. This is the best one.
Here, let me just I'll send the two. Just no context. Where is he? He's got to be here somewhere. But sorry. All right. You know what? We didn't go over your list. Let's.
So yeah, Chris Vandergriff did. He did these custom shot glasses, like say 82nd Legion and everything. And he after our stream game, he's like, I do this every stream game. He's like, if y'all want me to fill them up, and fill them up. Depending on how good or bad the game was, I got different drinks.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's like, y'all want the strong stuff? He had like moonshine there and everything. I was like, I'm good.
That's how you win a tournament. Find your competition, offer them moonshine.
Yeah, bribe them with delicious, tasty drinks.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Rocky Top was awesome. It was a super fun tournament. I'm declaring it as the most competitive casual tournament in the world.
Most competitive casual tournament. Okay. The Architect. There he is.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Rocky Top was awesome. Knoxville's a cool city. They got a lot of cool stuff. We went to I forget the name of the place, but we tried elk burgers. It was like me, Jordan, JJ, Ryan, and who else? Steven, Sylvia. We went to some place. I got a Nutter Butter shake, but with
sounds delicious.
Butter. Oh, it was delicious. And they gave me like 4 shots worth of peanut butter whiskey, which actually tasted really good. It was like a nice adult shake. But then we had elk burger, which was really good. It was really good.
Awesome. So, did you have a good time overall?
Oh yeah, it was a blast. And Florida, there was some graffiti going on the Sun Sphere. Like we had to get up there on a ladder and everything. That's an actual picture. So the Sun Sphere is now.
Yep. We floated in. We'll see.
Do you know how hard it was to spray paint that into perspective so that it would look like that from a picture?
No,
see it.
Actually.
Well, awesome. Congratulations, Austin. Hopefully I don't have to play against Blizzard at ACO and then get clapped. I don't know what I would do. I might just start openly crying. And I'm like, will you let me win if I just cry? Because I really want to win. And then the next guy I go, he puts down like double Dark Troopers. You just start seeing the tears start like coming up. Oh God, it would be really great if you just let me win. Please.
I mean, it's like any tournament with a Worlds invite, like I really would like to go back again. I am kicking myself in the teeth for not playing Blizzard, but I was struggling and my sample size was very small. I was only playing against one person that like knew exactly, like I was playing against Liam, and I got 2 in my head worried about like Dark Troopers with just standard Blizzard.
Yeah.
And I didn't like branch out too much and try HH12s because at the time it seemed ridiculous. But now it's like, oh, this is totally fine. Like I only played one Dark Trooper list and it did fine against the others. You have to position the HH12s in a more relevant spot. They're kind of a little bit like a turret, like a more mobile emplacement trooper, if you will, I guess. Like I was basically just like found myself like putting them in the middle of the board, and like if I can like save them till later to just deploy at range 4 of something and like just shoot something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kicking myself in the teeth for not, playing this exact list at Worlds, because that would have answered all my problems. And I don't know. I would like to go back again next year, and I would assume there's a lot of people out there that want to go to Worlds and get that invite. And I mean, until we have points, and it's like
Play Blizzard.
just do
Yeah,
and-
play Blizzard, and like
Or darts.
if-
Don't sleep at darts.
either one. Play the good stuff, right? Like, look, we're a world invite in the line. You're paying to be somewhere. Play hard, play fast, play fair, have a good time, but you're there to get that invite, right? Like, and then as soon as you lose your first game and you're out, then now you can actually just have a good time. Like, now it's like everything else doesn't matter anymore. Now you're there to just enjoy it. But if you keep winning, just like get that invite, man. Get that W. So no shame in the game, man. Especially if they don't want to, not they don't want to, but points are being delayed. Like, take the good stuff. Like, it's good because it's good, As much as I gripe about stuff, like I'm too much of a hipster to do it because I have to win like my way, and that either means
You can't do Sabina Soda anymore. It already plays pretty.
Oh
high.
yeah, I know. Right now I'm like, maybe I'll play this. Like, no, it's not gonna be good. I'm like, okay. It's my problem is I have to win my way, and my way either gets me like second at PAX or like 2 and 4 at Worlds. Like, it's or 2 and 5 at Worlds. Yeah, it was bad. You win some, you lose some. It's just how the lottery goes with Evan's brain.
Your ELO did take a hit that day.
Oh, dude. The worst part was, like, I didn't want to play after I got lost. I'm like, all right, well, I'm out of Worlds. Like, I can't win anymore, so I'll just go do some things. Like, well, you have to stay for all your games to get your cards. And it was like 2 cards or something. I was like, oof, I put myself through a lot of mental anguish for these 2 tarot cards that I won't bring because they don't fit in any of my bags. But it's fine.
The pain.
Just getting
Speaking
yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to mention Ryan declared himself the best echo-based defender player in the world because that was you and his yours and his little showdown was for the best echo-based player in the world. I got
slapped. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I'll take second. He's played it a lot more than I did. I played it because I wanted to fight darks and be different. And he played it because he's put like a million reps in, and he earned that. Ryan's a good guy, great player. All of my jabs are in jest. But anyway, this is the Fifth Trooper. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. You're all the best. Have a great night, everyone. We'll catch you next week, hopefully with some cool news. Otherwise, it's going to be whatever I pull out of a hat. So peace out.
There's an actual hat.
Have a oh. Wait a minute.
Is it the
You
wizard?
know, I don't
hat?
have a hat on demand. Wait a minute. I have a Davis hat back there.
Who even are you anymore?
I don't know. Where's my wizard? Where's my wizard hat? Oh, yeah.
It's got to be either the wizard or the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I'm just wondering which one's going to be. I expected them both.
Wizard, leprechaun.
It wouldn't surprise me if they were like in a stack somewhere. So we just grabbed the cowboy hat. The cowboy hat was wearing the wizard hat.
I'm not saying it's in my closet right now, but it's in my closet right now. But anyway, congratulations, Austin. Have a great night. We'll see you later.
Congrats, Austin.
Thank you.
Join us next week for another edition of the Fifth Trooper Podcast.
This has been a Fifth Trooper production.